Hi everyone, welcome to Marianne's Mystic Mentions. I'm Marianne. Welcome to your February readings. February readings. That's not something you want to try to say fast. Welcome everyone new and returning. I love having people come and watch the readings that I do. And so I just want to say, I've been saying with my other intros that going into February is not going to be a whole lot of different energy right off the bat, except for one exception. And what I mean is that we are still, well, actually, we've had Venus in retrograde, which is big, it's huge for a lot of reasons. It affects us on many levels. It affects our relationships of all kinds. It affects our, how we're feeling and how we feel we're looking, and aesthetics and, beautifying. And, Venus is one of the most incredibly feminine planets, and there aren't that many, but her magic and her beauty is so mesmerizing and so magical, and so it's about love, of course, of all forms, but it's also about money, and it's about, what we can do to buy the things that we love, and what is our worth, when it comes to money and currency, and understanding that more. So retrograde means going internal, right? As opposed to, forward and outward, and, the effects that it has on us from the outer world. It's definitely more of an inside, job, as it were. And so that's still, it's going to station direct after 42 days in Capricorn retrograde. But it'll take a while to really build up the momentum, as it always does. So it'll remain in Capricorn through March 6th. And during that time, every day it'll be building back, and that love and that magic and all the things that are so incredibly exciting and transformational and important in our lives is going to continue to grow. And then Mercury Retrograde, which was started on the 14th of January and is going to continue through the 3rd of February, will still be there, in that shadowy period too. Not as long, I wouldn't say. A good couple of weeks before the momentum once again. So yes, the readings are going to be about that, but the really important thing I can say that will be different is that the new moon in Aquarius happens right on the 2nd of February. So that's like right at the beginning, and that's exactly what we want to motivate us for the times that are starting to open, and the momentum that's coming forth, and that passionate, loving, air, mind, thoughts, creativity, imagination, dreams. I'm also thinking about how, Jupiter has gone into the sign of Pisces, and it'll be there very predominantly and strongly through May, and then it'll go into Aries, which of course I'll be talking all about at that time. But we're all feeling that Piscean energy, which is pretty much what was coming through my definition as Spirit was speaking with me right now, because it's about our hearts. It's about gatherings. It's about connecting. It's about love. It's about selfless love. It's about cooperation and consideration and just all the things that are so vastly important and are becoming way more clear to a lot of us. And so I love that. I really do. And I do want to say that it took 21 days to upload January's readings. Of course, I do them at the end of the month, like it's the 27th, in order to be able to get them, uploaded in a timely manner. And I mean, I did what I could, and it just wasn't happening, but it did eventually. So I will do the best I can to get these up. And there might be a little bit of delay, but maybe not, I can be surprised like anybody. And I'll just do it until it comes up. How's that? So I'm on the beautiful, beautiful water sign, the very sensitive, the very, very psychic, empathic, nurturing, moon-ruled sign of Cancer. And Cancer, you are definitely feeling all the stuff. And with Pisces, or Jupiter in the sign of Pisces this year, that's going to be so phenomenal for you as a fellow water sign. It affects all of us, but I really feel like there's going to be some incredible, beautiful divinely guided and loving transformations in your life that are going to come strictly because of your heart. It's a huge heart, you know that. And you know it's going to be phenomenal. Also, we have Mars and Venus, two power players, right? And, you know, very, very sensual and masculine and just, oh my gosh, powerful. There's a dance going on. It'll happen for an unusually long time. And because Mars and Venus, you know, they tend to meet up, you know, here and there and everywhere throughout our lives. But this one is about a 2-month stay, and it's going to be fun and exciting, and it's about the love. It's about our relationships. It's about our fun and ideas and, you know, inventions and beginning things and new starts, you know, fresh starts. I love that feeling. And that's what's going on. So be prepared for that. And I feel like you've been really really calm with a lot of this particular retrograde energy. I don't think it affected you as much as maybe the air signs, because it's been in the sign of Aquarius, the retrograde. And then the Capricorn would affect you in the sense that it's about grounding. It's about, you know, being practical and, you know, kind of really more reserved on how you feel or think about a particular situation regarding relationships or love or money. You know, knowing, I'm not going to be too hasty is what's coming to mind. So, and that's great because you use your intuition, because you know what that's about. That's one of your major gifts. And that'll be a plenty this year with the Jupiter in Pisces. So, and opportunities, like I said, and you know, anything that Jupiter touches, it expands. So being aware of what you're asking for and then letting it and making it happen, you know. So I'm going to pick your spirit guide. You're spiritually guided, I should say. Still having trouble. My mind is not even clear as much as it could be with the retrograde, but it always happens, and I'm okay with it. Just please bear with me. Yeah, I'm going to pick your spiritually guided love connection, which is of all forms, once again. Something and someone or some energy that's going to be predominant for you in February. And that spirit wants you to know about. So I just pick it right in front of you. So I take a deep breath and ask Spirit to guide me and share with me what that connection is. And there it is. It's Cancer. So there you are, very strong in your energy. But we're going to pick another one. Not that you can't have an energy of another Pisces that you're madly in love with, because I see it all the time. But let's try one more time and see if there is a different energy. But that says something right there. So bear that in mind. Take note on that. And you have Virgo. What a beautiful, beautiful polarity energy for you. And this is a wonderful combination I see, because it's the earth element of Virgo and the water once again. And that is one of the two best harmonious elements that work together in an easier way. Because a lot of times we all get along, I always say, and different elements can get along with different elements, but this is a beautiful synchronistic, and, you know, it's a magical one. And you both help each other in ways and strengths that you might not have. And you just really help that to be excelled. It's like the example I always give, you know, you plant a seed in the ground, which is the Virgo, the earth, the practical, the steadfast, you know, the natural, the nature, and then you add the water, and that therefore helps the growth. Without either one of them, it cannot exist. So it's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful energy to have. And there's a lot of wonderful things that transpire, if not with romance, but, you know, business or friendships or whatever. There's just this wonderful loving energy for each other. And Virgo's Mercury ruled, so, you know, they're very much of the mind, very intelligent, very much about learning and growing and educating and helping, like you love to do, in a different way sometimes. They can be very critical of themselves, and that's important that you're there to nurture and show them that, hey, you know, don't be so hard on yourself and don't work so hard. Let's go have some fun. Let's go to the beach. Let's get out and get into nature like you'd like so much. Just being there to remind them that, you know, that balance is so important. And I don't know, just this sense of longevity and deep kind of, you know, love that's a secure love, a long-term love. and friendship and what have you. So that's a really beautiful highlighted energy. And if you don't understand or know anybody right off the bat, I'll let you know that that Virgo time frame is between August 21st, I believe, to September 22nd. And so you might have a relative or friend, like I said, or business partner you didn't even know, and that's where they are. Or somebody could be coming in, because that happens all the time too, especially with new moons, and then the retrograde still being a very big part of February. Brings back people. Might be completely, just totally surprised. And Uranus is the ruling planet of Aquarius, and we're in Aquarius season now, and that new moon. So, I mean, talk about unexpected and surprises that come out of absolutely nowhere. You know, you're like, whoa, knock me over with a feather, right? So something to think about as well. But I like the energy overall that I'm feeling right now. I feel like there might have been, like I said, for many of us, of course, the slowdown, the blocks of things happening maybe as quickly as you want to. Totally understandable. Possibly transportation issues, technology, of course. All about to stop. All about to just, and you're going to be, it's like you're going to feel it if you're not already starting to feel it. It's almost going to seem like night and day. It's like, whoa, thank you. That's necessary. And you're really going to thrive during this beginning and mid part of February and onward. So I'm excited for you. Now, the first category is always the overall energy bringing you into this reading and what's happening at this time with this highlighted energy or with all of your energies. You know, this is, everyone gets a message from this. Hopefully you resonate right away, but sometimes it takes a while. You can come back and go, that's right, I'd forgotten that. And for you, you have the Seven of Cups. Not surprising to me. First of all, that's you. That's your element. That is the cups. That is your spoil for choice, as they say. You have a lot of opportunities that you're sitting with and are about to happen. And as I said, this is a year for, you know, with Jupiter in Pisces, it's always one of the most opportunity years of a person's life. And as a water sign yourself, it's like you're really feeling this. And it's going to be a situation where you have to really sit and think about it, because you don't want to do too much. You don't want to spread yourself out too thin, but choosing the right things, which, you know, you already might know exactly what I'm speaking of, and it might have already come to you. And this is the month where things are slowed down. You can't really progress like you want. So it's perfect for you to be writing the pros and cons list, or sitting and meditating and being in nature and letting the silence just allow the answers to come in, because they always do, especially when you ask for them. So that's perfect. And you notice it's the water because it is emotions, but it's also being near the water. It can be incredibly, even if it's not a hot shower, you know, or bathing in Epsom salts, there's something extremely healing for you. And as a crustacean, you know, symbolism of the crab, it's important that you get that in your life. You get that fresh air and that water. It's once again very, very healing. And being, you know, ruled by the moon as you are, you know all about the phases and the changes, and you go in and out, and you're sensitive, and you could be a little moody, and it's a lot. All the more reason to just really, really be easy on yourself and continue to just go with what really feels right for you and in your gut. This is where you're going to get the answers, if not in dreams. Dreams could be very prevalent for you most of the year, where you'll get your best answers. So that's cool. I mean, I always think it's nice to have opportunities, you know, as long as you don't feel too confused about it, which you don't need to. Just pick the ones that really resonate and let them go. The rest go, because there's always going to be opportunities as well. Second category is that of possible blessings or obstacles. Wow. You have the sun. That's like one of the best incredible energies and cards you can get. And it's the expression of all, you know, it's the brightest star of the sun. It's also resonating with the sign of Leo. So you could have something that's connecting you with the Leo energy. You could have Leo in your chart. You could be with the Leo. You could be interested in the Leo. You could be taking on the characteristics of the Leo strength and vitality and imagination and creativity that is unyielded with this energy of the sun. There's no holds barred. There's no limits. And you want to be seen and you're ready to shine, which is, really important. As a homemaker that you're known to be, female or otherwise, loving your home, loving your family, catering to that it really makes you thrive. It makes you happy. It emotionally fulfills you. You definitely, you feel like that something is going to be recognized in some way. And it's just like the sun is just like, people can't help but notice. So not sure what that is. Maybe it's the decision you make and this opportunity that's coming forth. Please feel free to share it though, because I love hearing what it might be, and hopefully you're resonating. Not everybody does, but also do please watch your sun, moon, rising, or Venus, because they all have different bits of information, and it's rare that you have Cancer in all of those planets. I mean, you could have them in a couple and maybe 3. I mean, I'm sure it exists, but point in cases you're many, many things in addition to being a Cancer. And that's a beautiful indication that something really powerful is coming your way. The third category is that of finances. And of course it's about money, but it's also about it's about your wealth. So you have the 10 of Swords. Now, I love this depiction. This is the beautiful deck, the Lightseer deck that I brought out in January, and I'm continuing to use because I really want to get my energy in it and become more familiar. But I'm loving it so much. The readings have been beautiful. The illustrations are phenomenal. It's bright. It says a lot. It speaks a lot to me, and the messages that come through. Now, this depiction is 10, looks like birds, and to me birds are, they're air, right? They fly. And the swords are always representing the air signs, which is Aquarius. And we're in Aquarius season, as I mentioned, the new moon Aquarius. It's also Libra and Gemini, and it's about the mind, thoughts, constantly thinking, maybe, and words and conversation and disruption and confusion and all up here, and just kind of keeping it in a loop and going around and around and around. Something very different than your normal way of approaching life, Cancer, because usually you're thinking of your emotions. You live off your emotions, There's just that sensitivity. It's just who you are. The 10 of Swords is beautiful, though, because 10 represents a new cycle. And normally this is in the Rider-Waite Smith deck. It is a person who is on the ground with all the swords in their back. So it's as though you've just had your fill of the unhappiness, the contradictories, the arguments you're hearing. It doesn't mean you're doing them or causing them, but you've been around it. You, like so many of us, you tune into a certain station, and gosh, 2 years ago, it was more than I could handle. And I made a huge effort to say, nope, only taking in a little bit, absolutely need, because otherwise it goes off into these little holes and areas that I can't even describe, right? So knowing intuitively what you need to hear and what you need to listen to, and not allowing anything else into your beautiful sacred space, into your heart, and knowing this is the change of that's all stopped. 10 starts something new. Those difficulties, those confusing conversations, and I don't even know how else to describe it. It's over, okay? And that sun is very, very clearly showing that. And you're allowing that to happen, and you're allowing that to be, because you have created this, because you want this, because it's so important, and it's overriding any of the things that may or may not be true in the outer part of your life. You're working more and focusing as you have this gift on what's happening within, and that's what you put out, and that's what you receive. So when it comes to money, there's something new starting once again, and it's about these opportunities coming through. It's about your creativity. It's about putting forth your best efforts and making that choice, and being able to know that if there was difficulties, or you were being given a line of baloney about not being able to get a loan, or any kind of stimulus, or all the things that were happening, stay tuned, because there's still very clearly a lot of changes happening in that regard that can change your life for the better, and that you'll hear the right information. And it was a matter of waiting. and being patient and believing. And so, yeah, if it's not about money, it's about your well-being. It's about, you know, the people that matter to you, the conversations you have, how you speak. Remember, we've had Mercury in retrograde. That's going to be so confusing anyway with conversations. Even when we mean to say exactly the right thing, somehow it doesn't always come off that way. We send the wrong emails, you know. We mix up our dates and times, and we say, I'm so sorry. I thought I was supposed to be there then, whatever. Done. Changing. Beautiful. Okay, so there's always unlimited amounts of prosperity in the world. Anything other than that is a mindset that says that's not the case, and you want to always work on that because it'll rock and change your world, as I'm sure you know. And the final category is that of surprises and wishes. What surprises are you asking for? Or what are the wishes that you've been manifesting? Because it looks as though you've got some really powerful, beautiful manifestations coming your way. And you can pat yourself on the back for that. Because we do this all the time, but if it's intentional, it's about you. It is divinely guided too, though. You have the Eight of Cups. I really love this. This has come up a lot. And it is you once again. And it's really you being in your divine, beautiful energy. You know, recognizing just how incredible you really are. And it's the Eight of Cups. And the Eight of Cups is what you see. It's, once again, there's that sun, boy. You've got that sun here, and that's the second time. You're walking away from the things that have been difficult. You know, the cups that have... you've lost, your losses, your grieving, your, you know, just how sensitive you are and how you've picked up on things and felt so hurt and emotionally disturbed by the disturbances that have occurred. You know, that's how you take on things. You've got to be careful. And you're definitely walking away and saying, I'm ready to heal. I care, I've always cared, and I want to care more, but I want to care about the happiest I can be and how I can bring that into other people's lives. And that's how we do it. We make that intention, the new moon in Aquarius on the 2nd, and move towards exactly what you want, thinking of nothing else. And there's the sun there waiting for you, because it's the second time now. This is a beautiful indication of really, really beautiful abundance in your life that you're creating, because you're allowing things that aren't working to go away. And you're allowing yourself to receive these options, which it looks like are a lot. And just keeping it moving. And there's that water, that symbolism of water, and just kind of going back to where you know, that fluidity and that sensitivity and that emotion is what really brings forth our manifestations. There's a lot involved, but that emotion is what the last, I think, key component to actually bring it into physical form. You got this. You absolutely have this. And you're showing up quite a bit here. So I like that a lot too. I like it because it shows that you are, you know, you're in tune. So I am going to read now your rune, which I just incorporated this month because I got these as a gift. And I've had these runes for a while, and I've been interested in the runes for almost 3 decades. But I've never memorized it, and I really want to know as time goes on. So one of the best ways that I remember learning was with flashcards, and that's why I ordered and asked for these for Christmas. And they're basically a flashcard that helped me to learn, and the more I say it and speak it and share it, then of course it'll go into my subconscious and become, you know, memorized. That's the goal. So your beautiful rune for today, and by the way, this is a blank one. Oh, but guess what? Wow, and it just hit me now. This is beautiful. In the past, I thought, oh, it's a blank one. That's interesting. But I get it now because of my rune flashcards. So what I have for you is the blank rune. Oh, I love this. This is so perfect for what's going on in your beautiful, beautiful, you know, intuitive perception and just your incredible gift. And where is it? I don't see it, but I will. I passed right by it. How funny. Oh, bear with me, please. Because once I get it, I'll be able to read to you what it says. And I know I saw it earlier and I just thought, okay, where'd it go, where'd it go, where'd it go, where'd it go? I know it doesn't have anything on it, so it shouldn't be too difficult to pick out. Here it is. Oh, I'm so glad I realized this. Yes, even the ones that appear to be blank, au contraire, not in the least. This is beautiful. First time ever, obviously I haven't been doing it much, but that rune had come up from previous readings before I got these cards, and I was like, oh, oops. Oh, it is a very important rune. This is, it says weird, pronunciation weird. It's rune number 25, and that's a 7, and that's a magical, very heavenly, associated number. The theme is fate. Keywords: wildcard, possibility, karma, conceal, unclear, secrecy, inspiration. Wow. The magical working: seeking deeper insight, concealment, seeking inspiration, inviting possibilities. Hello. And my goodness, so many there for you, right? How beautifully synchronistic is. I love the runes and I love their powerful divination, and they're here to guide us and to help us. And, when they align like this, like it happens a lot, it just is that much more, verification of their love for us, and they're wanting to just, help us and guide us. The key phrase is: be prepared for the unexpected, a blank canvas. Anything is possible. Absolutely. Patience. Nothing is available right now. Cloak your thoughts, feelings, and intentions. And I did say at the beginning, please be patient, because we're still going through that last dusty kind of thing. But then it's going to be so very, very clear. It's almost going to be, I don't know, like a light bulb finger in the socket thing. Like, what? Just unbelievable. Blank expression. Reveal nothing. Look deeper here. What else is there? The hand of fate. Well, I'm really excited. I'm really glad this came up. I'm glad it came up for you, and it makes a lot of sense to me. And, the world is your oyster, always has been, and you have this incredible divine gift anyway. So creating and manifesting exactly that with the choices and your energy and your willingness to let go of things that are not in your highest good whatsoever, or people, circumstances, and moving forward away from pain and sorrow, which we all have and we will always have in our lifetimes, and moving towards directions that absolutely are in our highest good and make us feel good. So I hope you liked that. And if you did, please do let me know. It's so helpful to me to, push the like or share, or definitely subscribe. That's like following. There's no cost or anything, but it was really, really, really beautiful and supportive. And I appreciate it because I want to grow this channel. It's one of my manifestations. So take good care, okay? I don't know if I'll be able to do a mid-month February or not, but I definitely want to do a beginning March, and then I will be having a surgery, so it'll be a little bit, and then I'll be back. I love you. Take good care. Enjoy. Be happy. Manifest. Bye-bye.